Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Brand new tactical review today. This manager needs no introduction at all. It's the infamous or the famous Jose Mourinho. Fantastic coach, world renowned, success pretty much everywhere he's been. Very polarizing, he's kind of very outspoken. Doesn't tend to kind of mince his words very much. But great manager, certainly has a unique style. Some may say it was kind of a part of the bus kind of tactic. I think others may say it's a really clever, maybe aggressive counter-attacking at times. Everywhere he's been has brought success. Maybe not the most kind of, I don't know, pleasing on the eye kind of football, if you like. I think I remember the time at Chelsea, I think he won the league, but some argue, not exactly in flamboyant kind of. He is, but you say, knows how to get wins, knows how to get results, knows how to get the best out of his team. Obviously, manager around the world, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Tottenham, Inter Milan, Roma, and I think he finds himself now here at Fenerbahce. Like you say, I think recently he has been outspoken in terms of kind of the state of maybe Turkish football, and in terms of how he sees how it's viewed by the rest of the world. He is very direct, should we say, when it comes to his interviews. But we're going to have a look at his formation today. He's 4-2-3-1. Looking at Fenerbahce, he does kind of use his 4-2-3-1 quite a lot. It does kind of turn into a 4-3-3 at times as well. And even a 4-1-4-1, I think I've seen as well on occasion. But we're going to look at these 4-3-2-1. I do always say, this is just my opinion, how I see it. I've probably tweaked a few things around. And I think as we go through the tactic, I'll probably tell you how I've maybe changed things as well. A bit of variation, things that I may have got slightly wrong, or things I can maybe improve on for what I've seen of the tactic itself. But I think it incorporates Jose Mourinho's style. Whether I've got it absolutely perfect, I'd probably not. But that's where you guys get on board, get in the comments, let me know what you think. Certainly if you're Fenerbahce fans, you can offer a little bit more insight into the player roles and how the team plays itself anyway. So we'll jump on, we'll have a look at the competition, see how we've done competition-wise. Show a few highlights to see how I want the team to play. And then we'll drop over, go through the team instructions, player roles, and have a look at a few stats as well, maybe to see how we kind of how we stacked up. Like I say, I will kind of go through a few player roles and how I'd maybe change things. I will also say as well, this I don't think it's a plug and play tactic. It's very rare I kind of do plug and plays when I'm trying to recreate certain managers. I think sometimes you do have to kind of invest a little bit of time and a bit of work, and I think this is probably one of them as well. I did similarly through the season with just kind of one mentality. I think the scope there to change a few little things if you take this tactic on, again you'll have your own kind of training schedules in, you'll have your own set piece instructions, so that would probably give you a slight edge as well. Like I say, this is just simulated through the season, so I will point out a few maybe little tweaks you could probably make, but I do like to leave something for you guys as well to take on. I don't want to kind of do a complete tactic, and I'll never say this is the complete one where you can plug and play and it's going to do whatever you think that you're expecting it to do. So without further ado then, we'll jump right in. Let's get on with it. Competition wise then, we won the Sport Toto Super League. 90 points, lost only 4, drew 6, won 38. Great, exactly what we wanted. I think we were expecting to finish second anyway, but we've surpassed that. We've, I think Besiktas, Galatasaray, I think probably the favourites for the league, well behind us on 70 points. Besiktas, obviously giving us the kind of biggest challenge by the looks of it, 7 points behind, but overall, fairly kind of comfortable winners. And looking at that, we lost a couple of home games, 2 away games, 2 at home. I would expect the home games to be kind of rectified, I think if you were managing this, doing your kind of, in-game management, I think as well. So really, not a bad season. Drew 6 as well. I can kind of live with that, to be honest with you. A couple of home matches in there, again, where a little bit of tweaks, a little bit of your own certain input, you could maybe iron them out and have really pretty much a kind of perfect-ish season maybe. And also we won the UEFA Europa Conference League. Not a bad result, a little bit double. Cup-wise, knocked out the 6th round, not ideal. But yeah, 2 kind of conditions to our name. Overall, I think that's a fairly successful season. Just have a look that we've maybe beaten the final here. I've got a feeling it may have been Ajax. It was on penalties. Not the most flashiest of kind of finals, or draw, and then we went on penalties. I do believe Deco missed one. No, I'm not sure if that was in game or it was just a penalty shootout. But overall, yeah, we've won the competition. So, like I said, what I'm expecting from tactic-wise from Jose Mourinho tactic, going to go for a counter-attack, maybe with a slight aggression. Like I say, it's all about kind of sucking up that pressure, conceding very few, while obviously outscoring the opponent, kind of goes without saying. And if you take a look at the stages here, you'll see I think we've pretty much done that. We played 38, we won 28, we drew 6 plus 4, which we know. We scored 79, which is not bad. That's a fairly good goal scoring kind of average for the season, I think. We'd like a few more, to be honest. I mean, we weren't top. I think Riser Spawn scored 85, so they were kind of scoring freely. But I think what worked in our favour is our defence. Our defensive kind of tactic in 26 we only conceded all season, which is well below a goal a game. Really happy with that. So, scoring fairly well, just below 80 goals and conceding only 26. Finished with a goal difference of 53 on 90 points. Really happy with that. Pretty much where I kind of wanted to see it. Quick little pop the data hole, but have a look at the just general performance. I won't go too into depth. I know sometimes I do, but I'm trying to refine it a little bit and not bore you guys to death. But I will say this might be a perfect time. I know I probably don't say this often enough, but we are really growing as a channel. We're up to over 150 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. And I know, kind of looking at these stats, I know kind of there's something like 350 people are returning. So you guys are coming back, watching more, which I absolutely love. But please do drop a like if you do come back, and please subscribe if you can as well. Let's get the channel growing. I know some people hate this, I know, and I don't tend to do it myself, kind of, pushing for kind of likes and subs, but it really does help the channel. I can see a little bit of momentum gaining here. We'd love you to carry that on and build this channel up. So, general performance-wise, 2 goals per game. Actually not too bad, to be quite honest with you. A little bit better than I expected. Conceding just over 0.6 goals per game, or just under 0.7. Expected 0.77 anyway. Shots per game, 12.47. Shots on target, 43%. Maybe a bit wasteful. Something you can maybe look at and kind of refine that a little bit more. Pass completion, 84%. Yeah, happy with that. Quite a high ratio. Tackles, 178.19. Could maybe look at and focus on a couple of these things if you were to take this tactic on. See if you can improve that even further. So we'll have a look at the squad then. See how the squad, what they achieved. I mean, a 39-year-old Edin Dzeko, 27 goals for the season overall. No assists, very selfish, but 27 goals is not bad. Nesri just behind him with 26 as well, which is fantastic to have 2 strikers, kind of obviously willing to kind of double figures there is really great to see. Tadic as well at 36 with 19 goals. And then you got Szymanski on 11, St. Maxim on 11 as well, under on 10, and then 6 fours, etc. all the way through. Not a bad kind of spread of goals there, I don't think, across the front line. Really great to see. Really, really happy with that, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, that's good going, I think, personally. Assist-wise, we've got Tadic on 26. I mean, 36 years old, 19 goals and 26 assists is just absolutely phenomenal. You may not agree with me with my player instructions or the player role I've assigned to him. Let you know what you think when you do see it. But I think it's got great results, and I can't really argue with that. St. Maxim as well, 11 goals and 22 assists. 10 assists for Ryan Kent, kind of the extra Rangers man, I believe. Szymanski, 11 goals with 8 assists, and then got your kind of Nesri with 6, Mulder 5, and drawn up your 4s and 3s. So, I mean, to be fair, Tadic getting the lion's share of assists along with St. Maxim, which is what I expect when I show you the player roles. But really, really happy with that. So we'll watch a few highlights here. Like I said, what I want to see from a Jose Mourinho tactic is kind of very kind of defensive minded, very compact at the back. When we do win that ball back, I want to see good movement, pretty much direct passing into space. Look for those wide men, those guys with pace, the skill to create, get it all kind of creative men. We do have Fred in the middle here, as you see on the ball. I had him as a kind of obviously a defensive midfielder role, a little bit creative as well himself. Probably didn't get as many assists as you'd expect from his role, but I want him to kind of be a bit free. And to be fair, he's probably not the one that's going to be getting the assist, but creating for others. So looking out to those wings, looking out to the attacking midfielder. There's a few people ahead of him, bear in mind. He isn't going to have the freedom of that midfield to kind of get up there and be the creator himself, but he is that guy that's going to be that midfield engine, that's going to turn the ball over, pick out those good passes, pick out those wide men, pick out those attacking midfielder, and basically get the ball moving. Get the ball moving from midfield. to the attacking third. So we'll watch him here. You see he plays a great ball against the attacking midfielder, through to Nesri, and there's your goal. So he's very much a provider, but a little bit deeper. And, you know, although he won't get the assists, he will be a creator from midfield. So Ramebat, did I actually have him as whole position? He's clearly not listening to that, but great player. Great to get the behind the head and cut back there for the goal. This is just be a simple corner. You can see we win the ball back with Mert. You can see as well how I've kind of got this kind of defensive line. I did try and keep a kind of a back four system as well. I didn't want my players getting too out of position, certainly on the back four, because all the creativity I wanted to come from like Fred and the four guys in front of him. Well, the three guys with the advanced forward. I didn't really want the kind of back line, or I didn't need the back line to kind of come forward with him as much. Just kind of maybe adopt it kind of up to kind of the midpoint. So almost creating kind of our scores like a 2-3-3-1 maybe. So we'll see ball played through to Nesri. Great goal. Quite direct. Straight at the striker. You know, not too much ticky-tacky passing around. We see work the ball. Fred again. Putting the ball in. Tadic to the cross. Nesri. Great goal. Great team goal. So quite direct. See win the ball back with Ismail. Szymanski, Nesri, takes it all the way through and scores a great goal. Quite simple, quite direct, winning that ball back. Game with Maxi out on the right here. Gets that cross in. Tadic to Dzeko. Great goal. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. The wide men doing their job. Getting that ball in the box. Score goals. Here we have the tactic itself then, the Jose Mourinho 4-2-3-1. Start with the player instructions. Like I said before, this is a counter-attack, and I have set the mentality to cautious. This is probably one of the things I probably would change if you want to be a little bit more dynamic game by game. At home, maybe take that to balanced or positive. You can still have a positive counter-attacking style. But for this test, I've kept this on cautious. In possession then, fairly narrow system. Pass into space, more direct, and tempo slightly higher. Definitely kind of more direct, get that ball back, very simple kind of counter-attacking tactics, get that ball to the kind of the wide men, or if it's Fred in the midfield, again he's looking for, as you saw, Szymanski in attack midfielder, or anyone to the kind of left or right of him. Work ball in the box, and that's it for and pass into space obviously. In transition then, we have regroup, we have counter, distribute quickly, distribute the full-backs and centre-backs, and take short kicks. See, a very classic counter-attacking style. We don't want to be caught out of position, hence why we kind of regroup if we lose the ball. But when we do win it, we are obviously countering. Distribute quickly to get that counter-attack going, and distribute the full-backs. Still controlled. When we do have possession, we don't want to be wasteful. Out of possession then, it is a mid-block with a higher defensive line. Trigger press much more often. And get stuck in. Quite simple. So, tactics wise then, player instructions and player roles. Sweep the keeper on defend, Livakovic. No additional PIs on this one, just very simple. Now, again, this is probably the first one where I would maybe change possibly or try something a little bit different. I've got Mert here as a wing back on defend. I'm quite happy with that, as well as having kind of Oosterwolde as a no-nonsense fullback as well. Like I say, I want to maintain that back line. Kind of keep that a solid back four. Don't want to deviate too much. Get them too high up. I don't think there's any need to quite honestly, with the attacking line that we've got, along with Fred. So I've gone for just wing back on defender for Mert. Simply on tackle harder. And on the opposite side, a no-nonsense fullback. Again, simply on tackle harder. Is this maybe a little bit of a waste of Oosterwolde? I don't know. He's not the best wing back I don't think you'll ever see. So I think the fullback is probably where he sits. But again, he could play that inverted fullback role on the opposite side. So if we were to have maybe a little bit more aggressive-ish wing back, maybe have Oosterwolde on the right as an inverted wing back on support maybe. Dropping into this midfield when kind of Fred goes forward and occupying that kind of midfield role. Something you can maybe change, experiment with. But for this purpose, I've gone wing back on defend for Mert, no nonsense full back for Oosterwolde. Yeah, so both kind of centre backs I've got here with kind of no additional PIs. Just kind of settle, defend, and defend. Kaglar here, very simple. And Bakau, settle, defend, and defend. You could have add tackle harder if you want a bit more aggression. Try and win that ball back. Emphasise kind of getting that ball back as soon as possible. So heading into midfield, I've got ball winning midfielder on support. Simply on take more risks, shoot less often, hold position. I think he's passing is not bad, so I can afford him to get that ball. I want him kind of to get it and just release it, look for that pass. So take more risks, kind of goes hand in hand with being a bit more direct and passing to space, things like that. Fred, again, 32 years old, quite an aging squad this, but I've got him as a Roman playmaker. You could have him as a volunteer maybe, but he's just got that midfielder that's going to carry the ball. Again, he's going to shoot us often tackle harder, but he's going to take more risks naturally. Again, look for that direct pass to the wings, to Szymanski. Look for those through balls. He's, like, say, the midfield creator without really getting the assists. Kind of the workhorse. Kind of doesn't get all the glory, but really an essential part of that midfield. So moving up then, we've got Szymanski on attacking midfielder. He's going to take more risks, run from position, and move into channels. So he's going to be kind of dropping around here, creating all sorts of problems. We'll be dragging that defence out a little bit. And again, for the two wingers, this is probably roles that you could experiment with as well. I've got them as a winger, the St. Maximin, and Tadic is a Rom Deuter. And I've seen kind of a few games. I think even Jose Mourinho mixes these two guys up now and again. He has Tadic on the left, St. Maximin on the right at times. I know sometimes he can swap them over as kind of inverted wingers or kind of inverted like strikers, if you like. But for this kind of tactic, I thought I'd try St. Maximin as a winger and Tadic as a Rom Deuter. And again, I think it's kind of paid off. I think you can't argue that 22 assists from Maxi is fantastic. And obviously Tadic with 19 goals and 26 assists overall for the season. Yeah, probably the perfect kind of Rom Deuter, although lacking in a couple of areas, but I think he's excelled. I mean, yeah, tactic speaks for itself. Is it true to life, true to form? Maybe not. But like I said, I know they do mix them over. I know they do occupy these roles. Well, this side of the pitch, we see at times. But yeah, you guys decide. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Is it just something? I thought I'd just try something a little bit different, and it has worked. Is it true to life, true to the team? I don't know. Maybe not. So up front, then, Nesri, complete forward, 26 goals, 6 assists for this guy. When he wasn't in there, to obviously Zeklo, and again, results speak for themselves. Bang the goals in, the pair of them. Perfect for that role, and just worked. I will just quickly go through, but obviously, I think I did mention Tadic on take more risks, shoot less often. St. Maximin, shoot less often, close down more, tackle harder. And Nesri, shoot less often, close down more, tackle harder as well, just for those I want to see the PIs. And Szymanski was take more risks, run from position, move into channels. So that is the tactic, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, please get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd change, what you maybe not happy with, what I did get right, if anything, or what I got wrong, if everything as well. But no, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. Like I say, please do drop a like, subscribe if you can. Next one, like I'm away for a week, I will say, but I've got plenty of time when I'm away to get on top of these tactics, create a few more. So hopefully come back. I'll have 3 or 4 in the bank ready to edit and upload and kind of create more content for you guys. But please do drop a like, do subscribe, really just help the channel. That's it from me. Bye for now.